All right, we are on 1/4 angle measure, page 21, number 49. Number 49 says, name 3 collinear points. So there are multiple choices in which we can make. So let's go ahead and look at those choices. Name 3 collinear points. The book has CBF. Let me go ahead and adjust this so we can see a little bit better. Blurry. There we go. CBF. So they have CBF. Name 3 collinear points. So CBF are the only 3 points that are on a line. So the order doesn't matter, but you have to have C, B, and F. Number 50 says name 2 points that are not coplanar. Not coplanar. So we have to choose A because that's the only one in which is not on the plane. So A could be matched with any of these points that are on plane P. That would be C or D or B or F. Okay? So I'm done with page 21, number 4950. Number 54, I have to solve negative 2a minus 5 less than 20. So I'm going to add 5, negative 2a less than 25, divide by negative 2. I have to flip my inequality because I divided by a negative, and this would give me negative 12.5. Page 1924. Okay, find the value of the variable and yz. So number 24, they say that y is between x and z. So y is between x and z. xy is 11d. yz is 8b. xz is 11d, sorry. yz, I was looking at the wrong problem, is 9d minus 2. 9d minus 2. And then the entire thing is 5d plus 28. So this is 5d plus 28. Okay? So, in order to set this up, I need to see what I'm given. So I know that I can add these two that has to equal this. So 11d plus 9d minus 2 has to equal 5d plus 28. 11d plus 9d is 20d minus 2 equals 5d plus 28. I'm going to get rid of my 5d. So that gives me 15d minus 2 equals 28. Add 2 to both sides. 15d equals 30. If I divide by 15, I get 2. So I know d is 2. Then it tells me I need to find yz. yz is 9d minus 2. So 9 times 2 minus 2, that's 18 minus 2 is 16. So yz equals 16. Page 31, number 11. Find the coordinates of G if f is 1, 3.5, the midpoint of GJ, so GJ, the midpoint, and J has coordinates. Oh, GJ is the midpoint. So, is the midpoint, GJ, find the coordinates of G, is the midpoint of GJ. So F is the midpoint of GJ. So here's G, here's J. F is the midpoint. Okay? So F is 1, 3, 5. So F would be 1, 3.5, or 3, 5. J has coordinates 6, 2. negative 2. So we need to find G. So I'm going to use my midpoint formula. So I know that x1 plus x2 over 2, and this has to be equal to my midpoint. My midpoint value is 1, so this actually has to equal 1. My x2 is 6. I don't know my x1 value, and I don't know my y1 value for G. But I know my x2 is 6. So I would have to have x1 plus 6 divided by 2 has to equal my midpoint, 1. So x1 has to, plus 6, I'm going to multiply both sides by 2, would equal 2. Subtract 6, x would have to equal negative 4. So I know my x1 has to be negative 4. So I'm going to do the same thing. So I have my midpoint for my y has to be 3, 5. So that would be y1 plus negative 2 over 2 has to equal 3.5. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply both sides by 2. So that would be y1 plus negative 2 equals 2 times 3.5 gives me 7. So if I add 2, my y1 equals 9. So my coordinates for G would be negative 4, 9. So G would be negative 4, 9. Negative 4, 9. I am going to look at this as a class so we can look at that because that's a really tough one. Page 31, number 22. Page 31, number 22. Okay, so I am going to use the Pythagorean theorem. I think that's the easiest one to use. So number 22, I'm going to look at my triangle. So my triangle would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. So 4 squared plus 3 squared. 4 squared plus 3 squared equals my c squared, or x squared. That's what I'm looking for. So that would be 16 plus 9, which is 25. So if I take the square root, that would be 5. So my distance is actually 5. Okay? So, page 41, number 1. So page 41, number 1. Name the vertex of angle 4. Name the vertex of angle 4. If this is angle 4, my vertex is U. Number 2. Name the sides of angle 3. So here's angle 3. My sides would be XW and XY, or angle 3, sorry. My side would be XW, and then my other would be XU. Those are the two sides of angle 3. That's what the book has as well. Number 3. What is another name for angle 2? So instead of saying angle 2, I could say angle XYU, or I could say UYX. That's what they had as well. So I did page 41. Now we got to do number 5 and 6. So here is the diagram. Okay, I have to identify what the angle is, and then I have to use a protractor to see what the measure is. So acute, so CFD, so this little angle right here is acute because it's smaller than 90 degrees. And if I were to use a protractor to measure that, it would be 40. So you just need to tell me if it's acute, obtuse, or right, because we don't have a protractor at home. But know that that's what we would do, is measure that. And then angle AFD is larger than 90. That is called an obtuse angle. And then I could use a protractor to measure that, which is 150. So I'm done with that. Now we need number 9. Number 9. If measure angle LKM, so LKM is 7x minus 5, so this entire thing is going to be 7x minus 5. NKM, this little one is 3x plus 9. I have to find LKM. So now I need to find this in order to get it, where it says bisects. So if NKM is 3x plus 9, NKL has to be 3x plus 9. So I actually have 2 of these. So 2 of these have to actually add up to equal the entire angle, 7x minus 5. So my work would look like this. 3x plus 9, and I have 2 of those, has to equal 7x minus 5. So that would be 6x plus 18 equals 7x minus 5. Subtract 6x. So 18 equals 1x minus 5. Add 5. That gives me 23 equals x. But I need to find the large angle, which is equal to this. So all I need to do is take my x and plug it into x. So that would be 7 times 23 minus 5. So 7 times 23 gives me 161, minus 5 gives me 156. So angle, so we're on number 9. Angle, measure angle LKM equals 156. And I'm done.